Hey everyone, Judy here from Judy's Handmade Creation, and today I'm sharing a Shrinky Dinks project. And that's these sheets here, the Shrinky Dinks that I got for my birthday. I never did this before, and my daughter got me this for my birthday. And it's the Crystal Clear Creative Packs. And it comes with a sheet to tells you how to do it. You can either trace your design, you can create your own design, you can use rubber stamps, and you can color your design with either markers. I use alcohol markers. You can use colored pencils. Never tried to color pencils. These are the markers that I use. These are alcohol markers. And these are clear sheets. You take and trace your design or put your design on here, and then you just put it in the oven at 325. And I use my clay oven. That's how I shrink mine down. I use my clay oven. And this is the paper. You get a paper with it. And this is what I got this for my birthday, and I never tried it before. I'll show you the projects that I made. I made some bookmarks and some earrings with it. I'll show you this. I took and used these designs that I drew on this paper. Lots of designs that I used. And I made a couple bookmarks. I made this bookmark here. This is going to go in a book. And these are pretty thick. You can see the thickness after the Shrinky Dink shrunk down. And I colored this with blue, the blue and the color marker in here, these two markers here. And that's how it looks when I colored it. Got pretty color to it. And then I punched a hole with a hole punch. And then I added a ribbon. So this is going to be a bookmark. These make great gifts for somebody who likes to read, or if you like to do craft fairs. And you can put it in your book like this. Makes a great bookmark. You can give it as a gift, make them up as craft fair items. Here's another bookmark that I did. This is a butterfly. And I colored that in with the same markers here. And I just added a ribbon to it. Just tied knots, punched a hole. You can give these with your cards, handmade cards. If you give somebody a book, you can give it to them in a book. So yeah, that's a bookmark I made. And I'll show you how much this template here that I drew is this one here. And when I put it in the oven to shrink it, this is how much this Shrinky Dink, after I traced it on here, I traced this on the clear Shrinky Dink paper because this is crystal clear, and that's how much this one shrunk down after I put it in my toaster oven, my clay oven. That's how much that one shrunk down, because it does a pretty good amount of shrinking. And this was, when I traced it on there, it was this big, and I colored it in. But then after I baked it in the oven, well, not baked it, but yeah, I put it in the oven, and that's how much it shrunk down. Okay, so this is a bookmark that I made, and it's got pretty color. You see the color in it, because I used alcohol color markers. And this is that other Bookmarks. So it does, them markers work good. Okay, and some jewelry, I made some jewelry with it. And I made these earrings here. And I colored that in with the markers. I colored that in with the same markers. And I made these are earrings. And I added these ear wires to it. And you see how much thick it is. It's pretty thick. I made these butterflies. And this is the butterfly. I traced this butterfly on the Shrinky Dink. And this butterfly was this big, and that's how much it shrunk down. Once it was put in the toaster oven. So yeah, these are earrings, and then I just made an earring card and punched a hole in it. I have a jewelry hole puncher. Let me show you. It's a handheld one that I use. And this is what I use to punch the holes in my jewelry. Like I only want a little hole there to put the little jump ring in it. I use this tool here. It's a hand drill. And what you do is you got a piece in here. You got like 2 pieces in here. You get the little, and you get this. And that goes in there. And this piece goes in here. And you make it as long as you want it. And then just, and then you got something. That's how I made the little hole to put the little jump ring. I just screwed the hole in here. I screwed this down, and it's like a hand drill, and you just make a little hole in this little plastic. But for the jewelry, I used this, but I had another hole puncher I used for this one, because this one made a bigger hole. I used my paper one for this. I don't know if you can see it. But that's how I got that bigger hole. But I usually use this one for jewelry, like in my clay, and then I can use it for this one. But this is a Shrinky Dink. And they turned out really nice. And this is pretty thick. It's like a clear piece of glass, plastic. So I made those, and that come from this template here that I made. And then I made these little flower earrings, and that's how I made the little hole in this one with this here to add the little jump ring. I don't know if you can see the little hole in there. There's a little hole to put the jump ring. I added the earring wire and the jump rings. And this one here, this is a template that I made there. That's that one there. That's how much that one shrunk down when I put it in the oven. So it does shrink a lot. gotta play around to see how big you want it, however big your template is. You draw it, or you trace it, or use a template, or whatever, and then you trace it this big, but then once you put it in the oven, it's gonna shrink down some. So I didn't want these flowers to be too big, because you're gonna wear them as earrings. You didn't want real big ones. So I did that one, and that come from this here. And I made something from $1. I already got it in the box. This is a gift to her that I made for her. Forget me this. I made a little box, a little gift box, and I made her a little Hello Kitty sun catcher for her window, and this was made with the Shrinky Dink too, and that's the beads. I linked all these together, linked all the beads together, made all these little loops, and just linked all these beads together. I used my wire, and this is going to hang up in the window. It can be suction cupped to the window, and I made this little piece here where it can hang on there, and it hangs up. It can hang in the window like this and dangle. And these I got from the Dollar Tree store. But I made this for my daughter. Use as a sun catcher for the window. It's like a dangle. And that is so pretty. I beat it, put all these together, and then I added this on there. I colored that in with the markers. And this is a gift for my daughter. And I added in this little box. And then a little gift thing for her. And that's about it. That's what I did with the Shrinky Dink. All you got to do is just draw up your template. And I did make some cross earrings, but I had already gave them away. I gave them as a gift. I have to make another pair and show you. But these are the templates that I use. And thanks for watching. Make sure you go get some Shrinky Dink so you can get creative too. Thanks for watching. Be blessed. Bye-bye. And that's so pretty. I'll show it again. I like this one.